I wasn't expecting to make a post-game video about the Colorado Avalanche and the Winnipeg Jets Game 1, but my goodness, Alexandar Georgiev just got cooked! My gosh, the fans in Winnipeg, you know how they've always had this reputation of chanting out things that are very rambunctious, very outgoing, they like to dig in deep into their opponents? When Austin Matthews and the Maple Leafs were in Winnipeg, it was, oh, Line A's better, clap, 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 clap. They chanted at Joe Thornton and the San Jose Sharks, who's your captain? And now, against the Colorado Avalanche, they were chanting Georgiev's name. And that was, pretty good. That's a good one. But then they go out there and chant out. After the score becomes what I believe was 7-4 at that point in the game, the Jets fans start chanting out, "Pull your goalie, clap, 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 pull your goalie." And the clip is floating out there somewhere on the internet. I'm not going to put it here because copyrighted material, but my gosh, Alexandar Georgiev. Look, the Colorado Avalanche lose this game 7-6 to the Winnipeg Jets. And I'm talking as if I'm frustrated or whatever. Look, I don't really care about the result of this series. I personally had the Jets beating the Avs in my playoff bracket, so if anything, this is good for me. But it's kind of frustrating to see a hockey game like that where everybody is on their A-game. The Colorado Avalanche scored 6 goals, and they forced 2 at the end when they were down by 3. When all hope is lost, that's when they score 2. They fight back against a lot of non-calls and power plays the opposite way. They fought back against the goals that were scored against them. The Avs were on fire. Casey Mittelstadt looked great. Nathan MacKinnon had a few rushes. Cale Makar, mwah, chef's kiss. He has been improving his game slowly. The Winnipeg Jets on the other end. Hey, Connor Hellebuyck let in 6, but he still looked pretty alright. It could have been a lot worse for the Jets had Connor Hellebuyck not been as good as he was. Almost everybody in this game was on their A-game, except for Alexandar Georgiev. Because the Colorado Avalanche goaltender, he let in 6 shots, yes, on 23 shots against. Georgiev comes out of this game with a .696 save percentage. He let in 6 even-strength goals on 19 even-strength shots. And a lot of these opportunities, okay, some of them don't really look like his fault. Okay, you could debate the Adam Lowry one that skimmed across the goal line. Maybe that wasn't his fault. Maybe there were a few other plays here that were okay to score on. Cross crease in front to Mark Scheifele. That's not the goalie's fault that a cross crease came his way, right? But for the most part, when you take a look at the majority of these shots, they're wrist shots, they're clear shots, they're slap shots, they're just regular old shots. The first Adam Lowry goal, 2-on-1. Lowry has the puck the entire way. He comes and shoots and scores, doesn't even pass it. Beats Georgiev clean. These are plays where, straight up, Winnipeg Jets players, Winnipeg Jets defensemen, and forwards are all just beating Georgiev. That's it. And the backup that a lot of Avalanche fans were saying should have started this game, Justus Annunen, wasn't even dressed in this one. He was out. He had Arvid Holm as the backup in this game, which, look, I can understand why they didn't end up playing him at all in this game. Holm is only 25 years old. He's only played however many games he has had in the NHL, 0. Yeah, okay, I can totally understand why they didn't play him. But Alexandar Georgiev, this was your chance, bro. This was the story of Georgiev the entire time. Hey, he's in New York. He's got this opportunity. He can be good. He's young. He wants to be good. He wants to show off. And he is unfortunately behind Igor Shesterkin. And guess what? Unless you're one of the top goalies in the league, you're probably not beating out Igor Shesterkin, so guess what? Georgiev gets traded. He gets sent over to Colorado, where he could finally get a stage. They just lost out on Grubauer, they lost out on Francouz. The Colorado Avalanche needed a goaltender, and Alexandar Georgiev was gonna be that guy. But man, sure, he went out there and had himself a season that was at the top of the NHL in terms of wins. But take a look at the goaltending numbers. The goals against average, the save percentage, he was not there. Alexandar Georgiev had an .897 save percentage and a .302 goals against average this season, and he was the top goaltender in the NHL in wins, just one above, surprise, surprise, his opponent, Connor Hellebuyck. And it's why this game was so perplexing to watch. I'm not even a Colorado Avalanche fan or a Jets fan, but it was invigorating seeing the amount of goals that were scored constantly. We had like 3 goals in the span of 2 minutes sometime in the first period. Everything was going in, and Connor Hellebuyck, as good as he was and as game-saving as he was, because believe me, if any other goaltender was in net for Winnipeg tonight except for Connor Hellebuyck, they probably would have lost. Connor Hellebuyck still let in 6 goals on 45 shots against, which is totally not like as bad as the .696 save percentage that Georgiev had, but it's still not up to Connor Hellebuyck's standards. Hellebuyck had an .867 save percentage in this game, which of course is not as good as he's used to, but still, he did what he needed to do to get the win. Doesn't matter how you do it, just matters if you do it. And for Hellebuyck, this is where goaltending is going to come to play here, because the Colorado Avalanche, they were so good. They had like a 70-something% chance of winning this game according to the money puck odds and the expected goals and the chances laid out in front. Everybody was getting pucks on goal, and Hellebuyck was not immortal. You just lost with your own goalie. So, heading into Game 2, I'm going to be interested in seeing what the Colorado Avalanche do, if they start Justus Annunen, if they even give him the opportunity to play. If they play Arvid Holm, then oh my goodness, they are not going to do that, but if they do it, then my gosh, that would be a crazy way to make your NHL debut. But if Justus Annunen is not able to play, which I don't know if that's going to be the case, we'll find out in a few days here, then, hey, Georgiev is going to have to bounce back. And I'm very intrigued as to what the Winnipeg Jets fan base are going to be able to call out at this point when Georgiev gets the start, or if he gets the start, and he lets in yet another bad goal. Like, it took the Jets fans, I'd say 5 or 6 goals on Georgiev to start poking fun at him and chanting out his name, and then once it was 7, they chanted, yeah, pull the goalie, pull the goalie. Like, pretty much saying to the team, yeah, your guy is not good. And imagine if you are Alexandar Georgiev, going through all this pressure, ups and downs, New York to Colorado, this is your chance to prove yourself, and this is how you show off in your first game in the postseason. Not great. So, big improvements are needed here for the Colorado Avalanche heading into Game 2, and when I say big improvements, I mean y'all need a save. That's it. Like, you cannot survive this playoff run with .696 goaltending. That's not going to get you anywhere. You're going to lose in the first round. You're not even going to make it past Game 4. Even if you score 6 goals a game, the Jets are going to be able to pot in 7 or 8. So if you're a Winnipeg Jets fan, let me know your thoughts in the comments as to how this game went, and what are your opening thoughts to the Jets taking a 1-0 series lead. Of course, this is just a 1-0 series, so things can change. Everything can go right up, flipped upside down for Game 2 and beyond. Who knows? Maybe the Jets really crap the bed themselves. Maybe Connor Hellebuyck ends up declining and they lose games 2, 3, 4, and 5 and lose the series 4-1. Maybe Georgiev bounces back with a shutout, who really knows? But for now, in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Playoffs, Alexandar Georgiev just got cooked. Thoughts in the comment section below if you're a Jets fan. What are your thoughts if you're an Avalanche fan on how you guys are going to have to respond to this game and bounce back? Who did you like? Who did you dislike? I personally really liked Casey Mittelstadt. He looked solid today. And then, of course, Cale Makar. I mean, it's difficult not to admire him whenever he does something amazing on the ice. But for now, thoughts in the comment section about Game 1 between the Avalanche and the Jets. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.